Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that survived 2024, congratulations. We are now in 2025, and it's time that we talk about this year. Now, as a real estate agent, every day I'm studying the market. I'm going to classes, I'm taking webinars, I'm immersed in everything real estate, whether it's national, global to some extent, but more importantly, hyper localized, right? And what we see is that everybody that was waiting for these interest rates to just drop down are being disappointed by what's going on, because we've hit a point where the interest rates are stable. We don't see the sharp decline that everybody was waiting for, right? We had sellers that they had a low interest rate that they got, a few years back, and they don't want to trade it in for a higher interest rate, right? Potentially for some of them, a higher monthly payment. But that's not always the case. You see, when you've been in a home long enough and you've been paying mortgage, you're increasing your equity on a month by month basis, let's say, to some extent, right? But the idea is that's what investing in real estate is that you are paying off the mortgage and you are gaining the equity, meaning the difference between what you owe and what the home is worth once it's sold, right? And during these last few years, the benefit that a lot of homeowners, home sellers here in New York have had is double-digit increases on a year-by-year basis of their home's value. Some people that bought their home have had, 20, 30, 40% increases in their home's value since they bought the property. I mean, that's incredible. That's an amazing investment, right? If you can grow your money by 20, 30, 40% in that short of a window, and not even talking about that short of a window in general, right? Even if you're in a home 15, 30 years, you are building that net worth, right? That equity. But here over the last few years, you as a home owner have grown your equity tremendously, right? And that's something that has been on the lips of a lot of real estate professionals, experts, market experts, financial experts, that's unsustainable, right? And the reason being that if a home 5 years ago cost $800,000 and we are now 5 years later, and now that same home is $1.2 million, you're pricing out that first-time home buyer. You're pricing out those upsizing buyers from co-ops and from condos that are looking for these homes. They can't afford that at this point, right? Now, are there still buyers that can afford these places? Of course. New York is still New York, and the market over here has really continued to grow. And as I've said before in a video before, just because you're not going 100 miles an hour down the highway anymore, you're now only going, down that highway 70 miles an hour, you're still progressing towards your goal, right? And how that equates to real estate is homes are not increasing in value 10, 15% year over year anymore. Now it's something a little more manageable. Now we're talking about 4 to 6%. I believe the last report was 6.4% here in Queens. That is more manageable. That's something that can be more realistic when it comes to people looking to purchase a property, right? And the good news is for you homeowners is you're still increasing. It's not at the same level, but you're still increasing on your initial investment, right? So if you really want to take a look at your situation and you see that you had a low interest rate from before and what your monthly payment is, now consider the fact that on your $800,000 home, you may have paid off, let's say, $200,000-$300,000. Now you have that equity, right? That's money that you're going to get when you sell a home, depending on what you owe. Let's say you owe 500. You bought something for 800. Now, when you sell it, you're going to get, just for ease, you're going to get $300,000 that you take out, right? Then you consider what your down payment is going to be. How much of that is going to be your down payment? Is that going to help you upsize? Is it going to help you, upgrade to the property that you want, or even downsize where, some people are moving out of state. And if you're moving out of state and you have, a sizable amount of equity where you can purchase another property cash outright, or the mortgage is going to be for a small amount, that means that your monthly payment, even though it may be at a higher interest rate, it's still going to go down from what it is right now. So there's a lot of different options when it comes to this, and it's something that should be analyzed and not just that knee-jerk reaction of, the interest rate hasn't gone down, so I'm not going to buy or sell anything. You really have to crunch the numbers down to see if it makes sense. I'm not asking you to make the move. I'm asking you to analyze your situation and see if it makes financial sense for you and yours. If you and your decision makers, your loved ones, are in a position where it makes financial sense, where you're financially capable of making that move or making that purchase. Real estate is that investment, and you can read it anywhere. It's that investment that has built millionaires in the past, and it's a way of growing your net worth, right? So that's the thought that I have right now, because one of the things now that we have the election's over, the holidays are over, winter's about to be over, and you have an opportunity right here in the palm of your hand. And when it comes to the New York market, you are also in the driver's seat, because like I said, in our area, luckily, for the most part, if you're pricing a home correctly, you're still in a bit of a seller's market as long as you price it correctly. The condition is market competitive, right? And that helps you, because right now, you guys know it's cold. The weather's not that great, and that filters out a lot of people, right? They're waiting for the spring. They're waiting for the kids to get out of school, or a myriad of other things that they talk about. And you can take advantage of this situation where the high quality buyers that weren't able to buy last year or the year before that or the year before that because interest rates jumped overnight, 3 years ago, and priced them out. They're ready. They understand that this is the current interest rate. This is what it's going to look like, right? For the foreseeable future. The trends, all the analysts are looking at just stability at this point. Volatility and the fact that it's going to go up and down a little bit, but what I'm talking about is it's going to go from like 6.74 to 6.5, 6.6, 6.85. You're still in that same bracket, right? You're not having that sharp decrease that you were hoping for. And the fact that stability is in play enables buyers to be aware that this is the way it is, and if we're going to make a purchase, let's make that purchase. If we can afford it, let's make it happen, right? And that helps you, because you're going to have people that actually want your home coming to look at it. You're not having time wasted. You have people that are ready, willing, and able, and some borderline desperate to find their home, right? And that benefits you. Now, on the flip side, now you're looking to downsize, or you're looking to move out of state, or you're looking to upsize. Now you're competing with less buyers on the purchasing side, right? Because you were ahead of the curve. You decided, hey, before everyone else puts their home on the market and makes my home take longer to sell, let me get ahead of this. Let me not only be the best home on the market, right? And get the highest possible price for my home. Now, I'm not competing with a ton of buyers waiting on an open house line that's 40, 50%, 40, 50 people deep, competing just to get into the home, right? So you have that ability. And I've spoken with a lot of agents from across the country, because we help people relocate to these areas. We have somebody that's looking at in California, we have in Texas, Florida. There's people that are looking in Georgia. They're looking in different places, Pennsylvania. We're connecting them with these professionals, and it's the same idea, right? You can get ahead of the competition. This is a way of you actually having a competitive advantage. So I just want to bring that to your attention, because it's something that's not talked about. You're only going to hear right now in the news, or if you read certain articles, like, get your home ready to sell in the spring. Let's make your garden nice and pretty. Buyers that are looking for your home, if you think about it, especially here in New York, if they want a two-family, they don't care about the shrubbery in the front, right? They care that the bricks are pointed. They care that the roof is not leaking. They care that the electric plumbing is good. That the sidewalk is not completely destroyed. That there's no issues with drainage or with structural issues, right? That's what they care about. You're talking about a single family. People have been looking for those forever, and they haven't been able to find that home. So just because your orchids are not showing doesn't mean that somebody's not going to be offering top dollar for your home. All those things do help in terms of the fact that 97% of buyers look online, and all that stuff looks beautiful when it comes to the internet. But we have people that are ready, willing, and able, even at today's interest rates. And if it is that much of a consideration, remember that at some point, if interest rates do go down, You can analyze your situation and see if it makes sense, if it's worth it to refinance. So there are options there that are in the making. And if you're only in the thought stages of this and you want to kind of have a framework and understand exactly how this all is going to work for you, you can feel free to reach out to me here. You can call me, text me 917-982-8899. You can also DM me. You can find me on Instagram at David Garcia KW, or you can email me at dgarcia@kw.com. All these places that you can just reach out and ask me the question, how do I even start? What do I need to know? If I'm looking to get pre-approved, who should I speak to? We have partners that can help you understand what it is that you qualify for, give you a roadmap if you don't qualify for something right now, what to do, what to pay off, how much you would have to increase salary or income. We have these resources at hand that help you. The same thing with a home. If it needs improvement, if it needs, not exactly remodeling, but if it needs, repair of a roof or electric problems, plumbing, we have those professionals in the local area that can help you spruce up your home and get it up to shape in order to maximize the value of your home. And we have different guides that we can share with you as well on cheap ways to improve the value of your home, because at the end of the day, you don't need to remodel a home. There are some homes that are tear downs that are in very bad shape, but for the most part, just painting or just making sure that the floor doesn't look a certain way, just cleaning up, getting rid of, clutter, additional items that shouldn't be out and about, personal pictures throughout the home, all that little stuff that adds up, kids' toys, just cleaning up the house, making it look as open and vibrant as possible. So we have those guides and we can share them with you, of course, at no cost. We want to make sure that we are the real estate resource for you when it comes to New York. We service the 5 boroughs, neighboring areas. We have, wherever we don't cover, we have relationships with agents that can help you and that we trust to get the job done, right? And the market has been very exciting lately. Queens, Brooklyn, and Long Island has been, our main work areas, and there's a lot of market movement, right? There's a lot of preparation for homes to be put on the market. There's a lot of these discussions where I speak to them about the fact that we shouldn't have to wait until the spring, that maybe now's the time to make it happen. So I'm very excited to share that with you, and please feel free to explore the rest of my YouTube channel and find me across all social platforms. Love to connect with you, love to answer your questions and to become a resource for you, yours, people that you care about, the people that that could use a genuine realtor like myself's help. And again, I'm not trying to force anybody to make any move that they don't have to or want to or need to make. I want to be there to guide you and make sure that you make the right decision for you and those people that you love and care most about when it comes to all things real estate. We want to provide a luxury experience of real estate for everyone that we serve, and we want to connect you with the best in the industry. So I hope to talk to you soon, meet more of you guys, and please comment below, and we'll be talking soon.